Breakfast with your Coys. Oh yeah. Breakfast with your Coys. Breakfast with your Coys. Oh yeah. Breakfast with your Coys. Breakfast with your Coys.
Good morning. Welcome to Breakfast with Pure Coys. It is Tuesday morning. Apologies for not getting on yesterday morning. My internet decided to die on me, which was extremely nice of it and very pleasant. And hopefully, touch wood, it is back on now. But it's probably a good, it's probably a good thing I didn't come on yesterday. I was not happy at all with Tottenham Hotspur. I'm still not happy with Tottenham Hotspur, but it gets to a point, doesn't it? And you're just like, "Ugh, whatever. This is what we are currently. We are a really, really poor team." So, guys, how are you? How did you sleep? What are your plans for the day? Have you got much on? What's the weather like where you are? Here in the West Country, it is overcast, but it's all right. It's not raining, which is always nice. So, that North London derby defeat, I know it's been done to death. It's been done to death, but I haven't really had my say on it. So I'm just going to quickly have my say. Awful, inept, pathetic. The same as what it's been all season. The same as pretty much what it's been for the last 2 seasons. And I am now, I think, right in the fact that what I said before, what I've been saying all season, that we can change the manager. It's going to do nothing. It is the players. The players are not good enough. And of course, the manager has to take some responsibility, right? The buck always stops with the manager, but this is not on all of the managers. It can't be on Ange. It can't be on Frank. And already after one game, I cannot believe people are turning on Tudor. It's crazy. This is not a manager problem. Sure, they're part of the problem, but this is a player problem. These players are not up to it. They are not fit for purpose. They are not good enough. Some of them, sure, of course, some of them are good enough. Some of them are good players. Maybe most of them are good players. They just don't seem to want to play for Spurs anymore. And I was thinking the other day, is it a case of maybe a lot of these players are, you know what? When you're at a club, especially Spurs, we know what Spurs are like. When you're a player, it's not always easy to get out, is it? When you want to leave, it's not always easy to just say, "Oh, I'm leaving." Maybe it's got to a point where so many of these players, and I'm talking about your Van der Vens, your Romeros, and the like, the Vicarios, maybe they're thinking, you know what, I want out here, but it's going to be difficult for me to get out unless we go down. And I'm not saying they're purposely losing, but maybe they've just checked out. They've just checked out of the club, and their attitude is, you know what, if we go down, means I can get away easier. You know, no one's going to stop me from leaving. Doesn't look good on their CV, by the way, but maybe subconsciously a lot of these players are thinking that. Doesn't matter. I'm out anyway in the summer. This has got to be one of the worst Tottenham sides I've seen in my lifetime. And I'm like I say, I'm just past 50. And it's one of the worst Tottenham sides I've ever seen. Even in the 90s, we had something about us. Even when we lost games in the 90s, we had something about us. Right now, I do not see where our next win is coming from. I'll be honest, I don't see where our next win's coming from. Before this North London derby, when Tudor first come in, I thought, okay, we're going to get a bit of a reaction. The players, now we will find out whether it's the manager or the players. We're going to get a reaction. I don't see us losing to Palace at home. I think, Palace, Leeds, Brighton, Forest, Everton, all at home, we'll win those games surely, or we win at least 3 of them. We can win 3 and lose 2, and that should be enough to stay up. Maybe a draw away or a couple of draws away, just to make sure we're safe. After Sunday's performance, I don't see where the next win's coming from. We look devoid of ideas. There's no passion. There's no desire. There's no real want from the players to actually go forward. They don't seem to have a clue. They really don't. They can't pass together. There's no triangles. There is nothing. It's almost like we get a couple of passes in and then there's like, "Oh, okay, there's nowhere to go now. There's nowhere to go." So I'm either going to run into a blind alley and try and do it all myself, or I'm just going to give it back. And then Vic will end up punting it long, probably won't even make the halfway line. We just seem devoid of any idea. And for me, more than anything, the passion, the effort, and people will say, that, yeah, they tried against Arsenal. Yeah, maybe in patches. There was a few tackles that flew in that were nice to see. But real desire to win that game or get something out of it. It was severely lacking. And for me, it said everything in that last goal. You know, when Gokares got through and Archie Gray, bless him, it looked like a man against a boy. It really did. It looked like some kid, some like under 10 had come into a man's game and had to mark him. It was pitiful. I felt sorry for him. But this is where we are as a club. I'm gonna say hello to the chat. I could go on about it all day, but guys, how you doing? I hope everyone's well. You know, I know Spurs depress us, but it's just football at the end of the day. We've all got to get up, we've all got to go to work. Um, we've all got to earn money to pay our bills. Football's just a bit of a sideshow. So let's not let it bother us too much, but it is pretty depressing. The Stoic is in, said we've had too many excellent and experienced managers to point the finger at them. It's poor scouting and buying ridiculously overpriced, overrated players season after season. It will destroy us, absolutely. And I think it already has destroyed us, hasn't it? We are at a point now where this is about as low as it gets, unless we go down, which there's a real threat that we could. Guys, what have you got today? I've got a cup of tea. I got a cup of tea. Already 40 in the house, guys. Smash a like, hit the subscribe if you are new here. Jimmy, big up Nige from Tenerife. Good morning, mate. Wow. Now I am jealous. Now I am jealous. Big up to you, Jimmy. I hope you're well, buddy, and have a great time in Tenerife. Rodney's in saying big up to all. Come on, you Spurs. Lange out. Absolutely, Lange should be gone. He should have been gone a long time ago. I don't know how he's still here. As Kate would say, he is a wet lettuce, 100%. Cookie's in. Morning, Cookie. Hope you're well, buddy. Says morning, Nigel and chat. Good morning to you. Guys, I will be, of course, sending you over to the 2 Mark show after this show. So stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. Stick your feet up and join in the chat. Jem Tam is in. Morning, Nigel. Hope you're good today. I am good today, mate. Yeah, listen, Spurs depress us, right? But it's just no point in getting hung up on them because it's what they do, right? As Spurs fans, we are so used to it. We are so used to it. It is what it is. Jimmy says we are in big trouble. People and the players don't seem to get it or are incapable of doing anything about the situation. Truly worrying. This is it, mate. It's almost like the players don't care or don't really understand the magnitude of the situation we're in. You know, it's just so poor. Just so poor. The sporting journey's in. Big up to you, mate. Says big up, Nigel. Big up the chat. Big up to you, my friend. I hope you're well. And he says sorry for the caps. That's all right, mate. You can shout it. It's all good. It's all good. Andrew said, morning, Nigel. Hope you're feeling better. I am. The headache at the moment is not here. So that's always good. Big up to you, Andrew. And Jimmy saying good morning to Cookie. Mike Pepper said, morning all. Enoch out. Absolutely. 100% Enoch out. They have to go. And I've got to say, whenever I do not have my daughter at a weekend and Spurs are playing and there's a protest, I will be doing my best to get there 100%. Andrew saying good morning to Cookie. And Cookie saying good morning back. Logan's in. Morning, Cookie fella. The 2 Mark show. See you in an hour. Absolutely. Get over there in an hour. And he follows up by saying, morning, Nigel fella. Big up, mate. Big up to you, Logan. Thank you for being in. Vindaloo's in. That's a nice welcoming gesture, don't you think? Big up, Vindaloo. I hope you're well, buddy. I hope you are well. Yours to lose now. Yours to lose. Let's see what happens. Arsenal absolutely tore us a new one, didn't they? Tore us a new one on Sunday. Ghosted us in, saying big up to Nige, big up, mate. I hope you're well. And Mike Pepper says, it's the culture of the club. The fish rots from the head down. Yeah, it's a sorry state of affairs. It really is. It's a sorry state of affairs, Tottenham. I'm not sure. I'm not sure where we go, guys. I'm really not. I am. Before the Arsenal game, I wasn't too concerned. I thought we'd be okay. I thought Spurs would be all right. We'll get enough wins from somewhere. After that performance, I really, really am worried. It's a major concern. It's a major concern. Cookie says, smash those likes, people. Let's get to 100 today. No messing about. And get nice to 1,500. That would be nice. I am 19 subs short of 1,500 subs. So thank you for the 2 subs this morning. Much appreciated. I think 100 likes is asking a lot, but hey, why not? Why not? Andrew says, most of the players are average. You can't make a silk purse out of a sow's ear. Absolutely. Vindaloo saying hello to Cookie. And Cookie saying hello back. DL said to my mate the other day, for the first time that I can recall, I have no connection to any of our players. They're all a bunch of journeymen. This is an interesting one. Big up to you, mate. I'm kind of in agreement. I'm kind of in agreement. There isn't any player that we have currently that I'm like, we cannot. I can remember the day that Sheringham left Spurs. I was a grown man. I can remember not crying, but I was really, really upset, devastated, in fact. I can remember the day Chrissy Waddle left Spurs, reading it on the back of the Mirror, I think, that he joined Marseille. I can remember the day Hoddle left. There's so many players that I can remember. You know, Robbie Keane going to Liverpool, that killed me at the time. Berbatov going to United. But there's not one player in that team now that I think I'd be upset. I don't care if Van de Ven leaves. I don't care if Romero leaves. Not one. In fact, there is one. And probably stupidly, the one player I'd like to stay at Spurs regardless is Maddison. And that's because I think he gets us. He's the one player that I think, actually, I like him as a player as well. I think he's a bloody good player. But he's the one player that gets Spurs. He says the right things and he does the right things. Now, whether that means he should be kept or not is another question. But for me, Maddison would be the only player I would keep out of the entire squad. The rest of them can freaking leave before I get. And I'm not including, obviously, the ones that are out on loan, the Mikey Moores, the Vuskovics. I'm not including them. I'm talking about the current players in our team. Maybe take Paulinho out of that as well, but he's actually not a Spurs player anyway. So, guys, drop a comment in. Is there anyone in this current team that you would keep, like have a real affiliation with? For me, there isn't any, not in this current team. Andrew says all roads lead back to Enoch. They absolutely do. Enoch have to be looking, surely. They have to be watching this. They have to be overseeing it and think, we need to do something. We need to do something. This is unacceptable. It really is. It really is. Vinder's saying in a bit and chin up. Yeah, listen, it is only football, mate. It is only football. At the end of the day, you know, we've had some joy over the last 18 months. So we will revel in that Europa League win for a little bit longer. It's the only thing that's keeping us going, I think, at the moment. Collins in and Borodanic, I have 77 vibes. I really hope not. I really hope not. Um, that would be a disaster if we went down, wouldn't it? Ren says, morning, Nige, coaches or players, neither. It is the persuasive culture above both that has hired the wrong profile of players and not created the right supportive structure for head coaches to succeed. Yeah, that's very true. That is very true. I can't argue with anything you're saying now there, Rain. I think our recruitment has been awful. Awful. The wrong profile players have come in. We've got a mishmash of players from so many different managers, and it's telling now. I do think some of these players have down tools, Rain. I don't know what you think about that. I do think some of these players are not, their head's not in it. They've checked out, and that's what I'm worried about because we need all the players on board. As much as they say they need the fans, and I thought the fans were magnificent in the North London derby, by the way, the fans need them, and these players need to turn up whether they want to be here or not. They need to turn up for the rest of the season. The summer can sort itself out. Do what you want in the summer. Right now, they need to turn up. Includers, I cannot read your name, but big up to you. Saying it's over, mate. We are going down. When we didn't buy players in January, that sealed it for us. I'm watching rugby next season. I don't think anything would make me watch rugby. I'll be honest. God, it must be bad for you, buddy. Yeah, I'm not a rugby fan at all. But you're absolutely right. We should have brought players in January, even if we were loaning players. We knew the situation. We knew the state of our squad. We knew the state of the injuries, and we have just watched it happen. And now we're in a position where we are truly, truly in trouble. Um, but it is what it is. Barbaric says, "Good morning, Nige. Hope you're well. Play for the badge or get out of the club. Smash the lights and sub people." Absolutely agree with everything you said there. It is, play for the badge, play for the fans, and we'll deal with the summer when it happens. But big up, Barbaric. Andrew said, "I'd be upset if Doris, the tea lady, left." Yeah, apparently she makes a banging cup of tea, proper builder's tea, which is exactly how I like it. Logan says, "I agree. I wouldn't be bothered if the likes of VDV left because personally, I think he's one of the problems in the dressing room at the moment. Absolute attitude absolutely stinks." This is an interesting one, isn't it? This Van der Ven situation, because there's definitely something there, isn't there? He is now our captain, right? Because Romero's out. And I don't know what his issue is. Obviously, it started earlier on in the season when he stormed off past Frank. For me at the time, I didn't think a lot of it. I didn't go a lot into it, didn't deep it too much. But so much has happened over this season. And Van der Ven, is he a bad egg or is he just frustrated? Now, I know we've all seen this, but I'm going to bring it up again because I don't know what to make of it, guys. I've got to be honest. When I first saw it, I thought that Van der Ven looked more confused than just ignoring the I forgot his name already, Tudor. He looked more confused than he was ignoring Tudor. Guys, what do you think? Let me know because it's interesting, right? Do you think he's ignoring him or do you think he looks confused? Isn't it? Let's be honest, it does look like he's ignoring him a bit. I know. Gary looks almost a little confused about what to do. What do you want me to do? What? I don't understand. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Let me know what you think. Do you think he is confused, or do you think he's just being a dick? Um, it's I don't know. Is Certainly there's issues with Van der Ven at the moment, isn't there? There is issues with Van der Ven, and they need addressing. He is our captain currently, and if our captain's checked out, if our captain's not listening to the manager, then we have major, major, major issues. There's no doubt. I think he wants out, Van der Ven. I think he will leave in the summer, but I do think maybe he was a little bit more confused than just ignoring in that instance. Jimmy says, he's got a question. Does anyone truly believe we can get a result at Fulham? Honestly, no. No, simple as that. Our record at Fulham is terrible. It's terrible. And it's getting to the point now where we need more than just a point, right? We need a win. I mean, guys, I guess the next two games, Fulham away, Palace at home, we'd snap your hand off for 4 points, right? If we can get a point at Fulham and then a win against Palace, or the other way round, it doesn't matter how we get it, I guess. That would be a really good return, and I think would set us on our way to safety. I just don't see how we beat Fulham. I look at Fulham and I look at our record there recently, and it is pretty woeful. So I am concerned. I really am. Guys, drop a comment and let me know what you think. Let me know what you think to Jimmy's question. Do you think that we can get anything Fulham. I think it's going to be tough. Sweet measures saying good day, Nige. Tudor's been here 2 minutes and already smells a rat. Absolutely. What I find amazing there is already people wanting Tudor out after one game. One game, people are wanting Tudor out. It's crazy. And Cookie asked a question. He's been asking the question for a couple of days now. What happens if now we lose the next 3 or 4? What happens if we lose to Fulham, lose to Palace, lose to Liverpool? Does Tudor then get sacked? Does he go? Listen, we are in a mess. It's unbelievable we have got to this, but we have. Absolutely. Coaster says it's hard to be harsh on VDV to get his attitude. I do get his attitude stinks. I played in many football teams where players on my team are not at the required level. And if I'm honest, sometimes your head can drop. And this is true as well. When you are the best player, and there is no point, Van der Ven is the best player in the side. I'm hearing so many people saying his average was speed. Absolute rubbish. He's a top player. He is a top player. But, you know, it's true when you're losing every week and you're the one playing well for the most part, but everyone else around you is letting you down, it does get to you. It does get to you. Had it many times being a star player. Not really. But yeah, I'm guessing it would get you, wouldn't it, after a while? It really would. Colin says players don't care. They know that agents will get them out to another club. Agreed, 100%. And this is my concern now. But this isn't, guys. This isn't just one season, is it? This has been happening now for the last 2 years. We finished 17th, and now we are where we are. We are 16th, and we could be lower by within the next game or two. It's a scary time to be a Spurs fan. Winkle, big up, mate. Says I'm going over to the Orient next season. Well, not too long, and Orient could be playing Tottenham in the league. So I can't even think about it. But yeah, support your local team. I might have to go and watch Trowbridge Town a few times. Yeah, in some non-league somewhere, Southern League 6 or something. No. Jimmy says, question, would you drop BDB for the Fulham game? Oh, this is an interesting. I heard Maz gone talking about it last night. Um, make an example out of him. I get it. I really do. Maybe he needs that kick up the ass. Drop him. Say, listen, we're not having it here. You know, we're not having it. You've got to pull rank. Um, it's a difficult one. We're in a position, aren't we, where we cannot afford to drop points anymore. Would I drop him for the Fulham game? Possibly. I'm not sure what the options are, but possibly. Then we go back into the situation. Guys, let me know what you would do. I think it's a big call. It's a big call and it's a brave call for the manager to do that. Because it could go one of two ways, right? It could go one of two ways. You could then lose your best player. That could be it. Van der Ven, if he hasn't checked out already, he might totally check out and be like, I am playing for this club again. And then we really are in trouble. So I'm not sure. Again, if we had the players fit, absolutely drop him. I just don't think we can at the moment. Personally, Niles in, big up, mate. He says we need to start recalling certain players to get us out of trouble. Mikey Moore, for example. Wasn't long ago these kids got us out of trouble in Europe. I agree. For whatever reason, though, mate, I don't think we can recall them. It seems silly, doesn't it, that there are players who've got a massive injury crisis and we can't recall them. But yeah, it seems crazy. Another mistake by Tottenham Hotspur. They should have had something in the contracts that says that we can recall these players whenever we need them. Guys, if you haven't, smash that like button, hit the subscribe button as well. Really would appreciate it. And 5-4-6 races. Tudor needs to play the kids if he wants the players to fight and give effort. More than anything, I move Mickey. I told you about Mickey last time I was on, and you chat defended him. Doesn't respect us. I think, yeah, Mickey's getting a lot of crap at the moment, rightly or wrongly. Listen, I still think he's our best player. That's the problem, isn't it? If he wasn't our best player, then absolutely. But with the injuries that we have, the fact that he is our star man, it's difficult. It's difficult to drop. Listen, I don't know what to do, guys. Let me know in the chat. I am stumped of what to do. Neil Hughes, big up, mate. Says he's not confused. He's just not listening. Tudor gave him a simple instruction to push up. Yeah, this is true. This is true. I'm just trying to look at it, thinking, I don't know. You know, why would it be that obvious that I don't know? I'm lost for words with Tottenham at the moment. I really am. Um, STL Gooners, then players all the time. Listen, I just don't think it's all down on the managers. I said this. Listen, I was one that wanted Ange out because I thought another manager could get the best out of the players that we had. Frank come in, he didn't get the best out of the players that we had, and I wanted Frank out. But then I was starting to think maybe these players aren't up to it. Maybe it is the players as well. And now Tudor's come in, one game. Listen, he has only had one game, but that was terrible Sunday. It really was poor. And I think a lot of Spurs fans, we were very calm and like, we're not expecting to win. We're not expecting anything from the game. If we get a point, that would be amazing. And I think a lot of fans were like on the positive side, yeah, we're going to get a point. But more than anything, what we expected is 100% effort from the first minute to the 90th. And I don't think we got anywhere near that. I think we had spells, little 5 minute spells where we put a lot of effort in. And it was almost like, oh, yeah, there's effort now. But so much during that game. There was just not the effort and the intensity that I wanted as a Spurs fan. Sudan Stofel says something's rotten inside the dressing room. Both our captains seem to know better than the managers. This is a concern, right? We need our captain, whoever he is, whether he's Romero, whether he's Van der Vaart, whether he's he needs to be at one with the manager. He needs to be basically the manager of the pitch, right? Roy Keane, I know he fell out with Fergie, but he was the manager on the pitch. Whatever Fergie wanted, Roy Keane delivered on the pitch. And right now, I don't think we have a captain that's delivering what the manager wants. Again, I'll caveat that by saying Tudor's only been in there a week. You know? It's not easy to get all your points across in 1 week. Just give it this difficult. You can give it a couple of days. You can't be like, let's wait a month, see if they settle. We need results now, and that's why it's been brought in, right? Get results instantly. It's such a mess at the moment. It really is. Goes to send play the kids, and we might as well start booking on championship trips next season. Again, we play the kids in a lot of pressure. And you know, I know what they say, you either sink or swim, right? I reckon 95% will probably sink. We might get one good one. Um, we're in a situation we have to play the players we have. And, you know, whatever happens, happens. I think we're in massive trouble. But the next two games are massive. Get 4 points out of the next two games, and we'll be fine. We don't, and there's major problems. Daniel's in. Says we need about 4 wins in the next bunch of games, but I don't see it. A couple of wins that we get up a couple of table. Yeah, listen, I agree. I think if we get, like I say, 4 points in the next two games, 4 points in the next two games, and I think that almost doesn't guarantee a safety. Of course it doesn't, but you would think it would take us maybe 6, 7 clear of the relegation zone by then. Um, and I think that would be enough just to take the pressure off to allow us to maybe play a bit. No doubt the pressure is getting to the players as well. That doesn't help. As you said, absolute chaos, isn't it? It is. It is. We're in a bad way at Tottenham. Andrew says when we play Palace, what odds on Johnson scoring? 100%. 100. He said absolutely a square root of nothing for Palace. He will guarantee a goal against us because that's what Spurs do, right? That's what we do. Bob Barrett said, imagine having owners that think it's players, think it's always managers' problems. Time to wake up, you Muppets, and buy quality players. This has gone beyond incompetence. It's sabotage. It feels that way, doesn't it? Our recruitment strategy over the last, probably since before Potts left, has been woeful. Absolutely woeful. And it needs to get better quickly. Ghost said, drop VVV for who? We have two fit centre backs and we're playing three again, we're playing through at the back. Yeah, exactly. And this is another problem, right? Polina, we need him in that midfield. We need his battle. We need his drive in that midfield. And I just think, listen, he does a job in defence. He does okay. But there were a couple of times against Arsenal when he got absolutely woefully exposed when he was caught. Remember one time I think he got nutmegged and it's like, oh dear, we're in trouble. I think I love Polina, but um, yeah, for me, he does get a bit exposed playing centre back, and we need him in that central midfield. Rodney says we may be playing Lincoln next season, maybe, and the likes of Swindon Town, who knows? Winkle says, is there any free out of contract players out there? I haven't looked actually. It's something we should look into, I think, because you never know. There could be some absolute gems out there that we could pick up. Um, 5463 says, does not matter that Mickey is our best player. We need to show some self respect. If we go down with everyone fighting hard. It's about unity now. Say that word, I like it, but I get exactly what you're saying. But like I say, if we do drop him, maybe he turns totally and we don't get anything out of him. And then we really are in trouble with the injuries. I just don't absolutely agree. It needs to be made an example of, but surely they can do that behind closed doors, right? Have a meeting with him, say, listen, this is not good enough, Mickey. You're our captain. We need you here with us. But it's a difficult one. It is a difficult one. The two marks show knives. Check your mic. You're very in and out, mate. Am I? I reckon that's my internet, mate. I really do. I think that is my internet. It is still playing up, I think. Um, Victor said, I didn't know Nice can speak two languages. Of course. Of course. Um, try and get the mic a bit closer. Ghosted is saying, is a bit of a harsh name before player could kick forward. Yeah, I agree. I think that the turning on Vicky Van der Ven is a bit off at the moment. It really is. I think, we are looking for a scapegoat. It was Romero. Romero's currently out the side, so we're turning to Mickey, and I think we have to try and get behind our players. We really do. Monkey Trader said, good morning all. Streaming, you need to sort out your microphone. It seems very poor. Yeah, I'm sorry, mate. I don't know why that is. I don't know why that is. I don't know why my microphone is poor. I can only apologise. I can only explain the drop in numbers. So good time. Bob Barrett says, Vindaloo, good morning. Razzle Dazzle says, morning, Nigel. Good morning, Razzle. Hope you're well, mate. Paul G says, morning, Nigel. And all good morning to you, Paul. I hope you're well, buddy. Let me know if my mic is getting any better. Hopefully it is. Dr. Tottenham Therapy says, hey mate, how are you? I'm good, mate. How are you? I hope you're well too. Um, and John Stokes says, morning, Nige. Just looking at the VDB video. He doesn't ignore Igor. Like, he doesn't ignore people. Like, yeah. I'm not sure he ignores him. I just don't think he knows what he's actually doing, what he's supposed to be doing. It's a difficult one. Dr. Tottenham Therapy said, I see the other day some players like Mickey not listening to Tudor. Who do they think they are, some of these players? They're in a relegation battle because of them. Yeah, it's not good. It's not good. It really isn't. Right, I'm going to take my mic out a second, see if it works. Guys, let me know if you think that's better. I think it is. I think it is. I think I had something playing in the background which was stopping it. But guys, let me know. Cookie saying still in and out. That was earlier. Razzle saying, do you think our injuries come from players being signed that are not used to playing Europe Premier League football? Quite possibly. Quite possibly. Yeah, quite possibly. I think that's a good point. I really do. I really do. Um, Glad to see the mic's working better. Yeah, error my side. I still had Twitter playing in the background, and I think that's probably what did it. Eureka, Kaka, thanks for being in there. It's pretty choppy, mate, but hopefully, like I say, it's better now. Big up to you, Hobbit. You said that's better, so I'm taking it that is better. So, guys, let's look at this. This is interesting. There's more damning news about Spurs, really. And this is this table. Let's take this off a minute. Um, this table, as it stands currently, wow, look at that, guys. We are bottom of the league in 2026. And we're not just bottom by a bit. We are literally, we're the strongest team in the Premier League, yeah? Holding up everybody. Bottom of the league without a win in 9 games. 9 games. And look where West Ham are, the team that are chasing us for that relegation place. They are up in ninth place. There is no doubt, guys, there is no doubt we are in a serious relegation battle. And we need to get ourselves out of it as quickly as possible. It's going to be a tough end of the season, but I think we've got enough to stay up. I do. Whether we can or not, I'm just not sure. Hobbit said, if you think how sick of we are as fans, players must feel it too. Yeah, they must do. They must feel it. And the thing is, I think it's easy as fans to say, isn't it? It's easy as fans to say, oh, yeah, the players aren't trying. The players don't care. But you know what? I bet they do. They've got to care, right? Because the professional footballers is their livelihood. And they're just not getting the results they should be. It's it's a difficult season. We had a difficult season last year as well. Apart from that Europa League win, it was a very difficult season. This season has been no better. It's been worse, if anything. Um, but we need to get out of it. We need to pull together somehow. We need to pull together and get ourselves out of it, and then we can address everything in the summer. Hopefully, with a new manager, getting rid of a lot of these players that don't want to be here, and we're going to have to be brutal. We're going to have to be brutal in the summer, right? No time for oh, we keep him for another year, or oh, we want 25 million, but you're only offering us 22. We need to be brutal. Get rid of some of these players and then bring players in that are going to improve this team and improve this squad. Because there is a basis of a good team here. There is. If everyone's fit, we have a good team, but it's, we've got so much to do. Let's just stay up this season. Razzle said, at least we get a wooden spoon in that league. Absolutely. Absolutely. We're going to get some sort of medal this season, right? I don't know. Dr. Tottenham Therapy says, I just did my first live yesterday, but it was a disaster because of signal issues. Hopefully, when I do one next one, it will be better. Mate, it's not always easy doing lives. It really isn't. You've got to, because sometimes you're talking away and you don't even know there's a problem. Um, but yeah, touch wood, so far, haven't had too many issues when live. That was my first little hiccup, and that was brought on by myself for leaving Twitter on in the background. So go me. Woo! Closest then, fans have short memories. They will cry when VDV is gone. I remember fans saying King was too slow and we slowed our attacks down. Didn't matter if we slowed him, we got a faster striker. Yeah, it is so true. It's revisionism. Revisionism. I can't say it. Isn't it? So for me, I think I'm old enough to have seen players come and go. Think that it wouldn't overly affect me. I wouldn't be happy if he went to Liverpool or someone like that. But if he goes to Real Madrid, it's the same old story, isn't it? Val. Don't care if he goes to Real Madrid. Don't want him to leave, but if he goes to Real Madrid, it's fine. If he went to a Premier League club, maybe not. Like Van der Ven, if he went to Liverpool, went to United, I'm hearing they're being linked with him, wouldn't be overly happy. But um, let's see. Let's see what happens. Dr. Tottenham Therapy says, I just think the players aren't good enough. I am pretty much in with what you're saying now. I don't think a lot of the players are good enough. I think some of them are, some of them aren't, and I think our recruitment has a lot to answer for. Golden Sun says, "I'm hoping Forest keep us up." It would be lovely, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it just be karma if Forest are the side that goes down? I think they've got a really difficult run, but I do like them as a football team. I think they've got a lot of good players. I think they could be all right. They're the sort of side that I think could string 2 or 3 results together and get themselves out of trouble. Whether they will or not, not entirely sure. Hobbit says, "Imagine going to work every day knowing there is no hope. My boss is clueless. Our customers boo us." Um, yeah, and the owners don't help. It must be tough for them, yeah, right? But they're not short of money, and I know money doesn't make the world. Well, money does make the world go round. Money's not everything unless you haven't got any money, and then money is everything. But listen, I get it. But one thing I will say is the fans definitely got behind the team at the weekend against Arsenal. Um, from what I heard, they were singing until the very end, and it is what it is. It's going to be a tough end, and they've got to roll their sleeves up, pull their big socks up, and get on with it, just like us as fans. It's exactly what we have to do as well. Um, let's hope. Let's just hope we can pick a couple of results up quickly. Razzle says Eagle plays the same formation as Amarin, ex-United player. Look how that worked out for him. I was so confident when Tudor come in that he was going to be the man. He was going to like get us instantly, not playing, but like, flashing back, and we were going to be fighting, all pulling in the same direction. But as of yet, just I know it's only one game, I'm just not seeing it. It's it is what it is. Dr. Tottenham Therapy says I did a test run with my girlfriend. I sent her the link and she tested it and it was okay. But the moment I streamed to the public, I had issues. Yes. I did try to watch it the other day. It was yesterday, wasn't it? I tried to watch it. I'm like, oh, Dr. Tottenham Therapy's on live. This is only 5 minutes long. Let's have a little look. And I think it played about 3 seconds and it just went. I'm like, oh, okay. But mate, you'll get it. You'll get it. It's like not easy. And I think what you have to be prepared for as well. I'm not teaching me how to suck eggs, you know. But you got to be prepared to be talking to nobody for weeks, maybe months on end. Um, it's not easy. It's not easy, but just keep going with it, and you will absolutely smash it. I'm sure. Um, 100%. And he follows up and said, I think of a lot of our England players are good enough, but the ones that aren't available, by the way, what a shocking decision to disallow the second Moani goal. This Moani second goal is an interesting conversation piece, isn't it? Because listen, as soon as I saw it, before he even put the ball in there, I'm like, that's a foul. A foul. He's got his hands on the back of him. It's a foul. And I think by the letter of the law, it's a foul, yeah? It is a foul. The problem is, so many goals have been scored this season that are similar to that. Ekitike's against Tottenham. You know, so many other goals have been scored that are very similar to that haven't been chalked off. Yet Tottenham's was chalked off. It just feels like it's a little bit, oh, it's us again. It's us again. Um, but it is what it is. I think as soon as he puts his hands on his back, regardless of the amount of contact, I think it was always going to be given. But I will say, fantastic bring down and a great finish. Just wish he hadn't had his hands on his back. But I think that was over. It was over Gabriel anyway, and he was clever. He was clever. He did win that free kick, no doubt about it. Steve's in said, "Good morning, Nigel. Hope you're well. I'm good, mate. I hope you are too. Big up to you and the Hobbit. Thumbs up all. And to you, mate. Thank you so much for coming in. Barbaric. So Razzle Dazzle saying, get rid of Maddison. He's the curse of the relegation overrated teams. No, Maddison's our saviour. He's going to be the one that comes back and keeps us in the Premier League this season, Razzle. He is. Mark my words. Note it down. Clip it. Maddison is going to come back and single-handedly keep us in the Premier League. That is my hot take today, Tuesday. I don't even know what date it is. February or whatever. I think Maddison keeps us up. Big up to you, Razzle. Good to see you back, mate. I missed you when you were gone. I was a bit worried about you. I remember saying to Cookie, like, have you seen Razzle? I've not seen him in any of the chats. It wasn't just like not mine, it wasn't any of them. I'm like, I haven't seen him around for ages. Him, her, I don't even know whether you're a man or woman, but I'm just like, yeah, is he okay? Or has he changed his name? Or yeah, weird. But good to see you back, Michael. Good to see you back, even though you're slating Madders. Ghost says, how far away is Madders? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I know he's back in first team training apparently. He's done a lot of twisting and turning, that kind of drills. He's got through them. I've got my head set that he could be back for Forest off the bench or something. That's what I'm hoping for. Or maybe after the international break. I think we're going to see him sooner rather than later. Fingers crossed, touch wood, he doesn't get injured again. But we will see what happens. As I said, the Maddison and Kulu together, they have two working knees. Yeah, one knee each. Absolutely fine. Just like smash them together. What a player that would be, by the way. Kulu and Maddison just smashed together. Well, Barrett says, don't ever doubt what Nice says. I tried doubting him on Sunday and ended up with my on my knees begging for forgiveness. Absolutely, mate. You've got to take whatever I say is gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Um, Guaranteed. Well, not guaranteed. Don't quote me on it. But yeah. Paul G says good. You ghosted. Absolutely. Dr. Tottenham Therapy says, do you ever have anyone on your screen with you? Not at the not at the 8:31, no. Not at the 8:31. Just because I like to chat to the chat. Um, my 8:30 stream is all about chatting to the people in the chat, reading out their comments. And I think if you've got more than one on there, you can't do it, and you miss a lot of people who take their time to actually talk in the chat. So not on the 8:31. But when I do go live of an evening, which hasn't been often recently, but I need to start going again, then yeah, it's good to get a few people on. It's good to do a few phone-ins, get people on. So yeah, mate, I will be doing a few next week or so. So if you want to come on, let me know, and you're more than welcome to come on, mate. It takes a bit of pressure off when you're not doing it yourself. I always like sometimes going on other streams because then you just like, okay, I literally don't have to touch anything. I can just talk, and that's sometimes the best way. Hobbit says current state as of early February 2026, Maddison has been spotted in training at Hotspur Way, taking part in light individual sessions on the grass, which is a positive step in his rehabilitation. Yeah, maybe okay, maybe he's not as quick as I thought he was going to be. I was like, yeah, he could be back for Forest. Get him back in the number 10 shirt. Stick Xavi out on the left. What do we think of Xavi, guys? I'm really struggling with him at the moment. I, I want him to be good, but for me, it's just very meh a lot of the time. Guys, still nearly 70 in the house. Smash a like if you haven't. Click the subscribe button if you haven't as well. I picked up 5 subs today. If we can get another 2 or 3, that would be absolutely fantastic. Razzle saying, been ill for the last few months, so was not well, but on the mend now. Thanks, there. Well, I'm glad you're on the mend, mate. And sorry to hear that you were ill. But hopefully, yeah, hopefully going forward, buddy, this is going to be a good year for all of us. We will see. Hobbit says, while he is progressing, it's a long-term injury. He's aiming to play a part again before the 2025 campaign concludes, with reports suggesting a return around April 2026. Um, well, let's see. Let's see what happens. Hopefully early April and not late April. But yeah, we don't want to rush him back. I just want to see some quality in our team again. And I think Maddison gives us that. Bob says, morning, Nige, and Wall in the chat. Looks grim, but I think we'll just survive. I mean, it is what it is. Right? I remember saying, I think I said on the show a couple of days ago, at least there's a bit of drama in our games. There's something to play for. If we're at the top, there'd be challenging for Champions League. At the bottom, at least we're challenging for something. There's something to play for. There's some excitement. Whereas if we're just mid-table, it would be boring. Let's run out the season. So I'm quite happy about that. Pete saying, big up, Pete says this is how many managers now. It's clearly a player issue. It's easy to blame the board, but all of your players clearly have talent and clearly don't care. And this is the concern, isn't it? This is a concern. They don't seem to care enough. Um, Big up to you, Pete. Yeah, big up, mate. Steve says, how good is it to see Dele back at the stadium? Spurs should get him in training and offer his players you play contract. He's a free agent. You know what, Steve? I was thinking about this when I saw him on Saturday. He's a free agent. And I'm not saying by any means, listen, he's. And yes, it is a bit thinking with your heart rather than your head. But why not? Why not get him in and get him training with the first team? See if he's still got anything about him. You know, like you say, offer a pay as you play contract. He's a free agent. Why not? It's another body, and there is no doubt Delhi has quality. And if we can get his head right, why not? I know I'm going to get slammed by a lot of people now for agreeing with you, Steve. But I 100% agree. Why not get Delhi back? Why not get Delhi? I'm not saying get him back and stick him in the side for Fulham, but get him back, get him training, see if he's got anything about him. If he hasn't, let him go again and offer him a contract where when he plays, he gets paid. I don't know, guys. I think it's a no-brainer for me, but it is what it is. Razzle said, listen to Nige. I'm sure Sri Lanka was meant to be. That's so last year, Razzle. That's so last year. Yeah, yeah. Maybe if he hadn't got injured. Yeah, that was one that I got badly wrong, I must admit. Badly wrong. Ghost has said, if we can get Maddison back, I'd give him the armband for the rest of the season. Bang on, 100%. He gets it. He gets Tottenham. Dr. Tottenham Therapy said, I think Javi is a bit lightweight for the Premier League. Me too. Me too. I just think he needs to bulk up a bit. And listen, there's no doubt in his talent. There's no doubt in his talent. I think he's also a bit sloppy with his passing at times as well. Keeps hold of the ball too long. But hopefully, we've got to remember, yeah, we put a lot of pressure on Xavi to come in and be the man. And we've got to remember, he's a young kid as well. He's not particularly experienced either. So it is what it is. PJ said it was embarrassing, fans, but blaming Frank and not the players. Agreed. Agreed. Listen, Frank had a lot to do with the blame. Absolutely. Frank was a big part of it. So were the players. 100%. So were the players. Large says he was very bad last game. Who are we talking about? Xavi? I just think Xavi's, for me, is flat to deceive at the moment. Barbaric saying this is like a nightmare. Who'd have thought we'd be discussing Tottenham in a relegation battle? How far have we fallen? But we were like this last season, Barbaric, as well, weren't we? The Europa League run papered over a lot of cracks for me. It's This is where we are now. We are a mid to lower Premier League side with the best stadium in Europe, the best training facilities, the best infrastructure anywhere in Europe. Yet we're languishing towards the bottom of the Premier League. Pete says the Delhi idea is an excellent one, even if you only use it for the last 20 minutes. If you need a goal, then why not? What's to lose? That could be the key to keeping you up. I agree. Listen, uh, is Delhi the answer? No. But in the situation we are in with the players that we have, why the hell not? Why the hell? We've got nothing to lose, right? Risk of relegation. Yeah, bringing in Delhi for what pay as you play. Coming on for the last 15 minutes of a game when we need a goal. Imagine that, and Delhi scoring an equaliser or a winner to keep us in the Premier League. Build a statue, get him in as boss, do what you want. Give Delhi the keys to North London. I think it's a no-brainer personally, but we won't do it. We won't do it. Dr. Tottenham Therapy said, yeah, sometimes I think Xavi tries to be too clever with his passing. It's almost like sometimes you look at him and you think he knows what he wants to do, but the players around him have no idea. Um, every now and again it comes off. Listen, Xavi's a talented boy, no doubt about that, but I don't know, guys. It's depressing, isn't it, at the moment? Eureka Kaka saying our new owners took control in September with Levy's departure. One window with Johnson going early and Gallagher coming in was a good sign. Levy would have negotiated until the 31st of Jan for 1 million. Quite possibly, I don't think he would have waited as long to sack Frank either. But listen, it is what it is. They've gone. and we have what we have. This new ownership, these new board members. I don't know. I don't know. Steve says that Delhi could be the saviour, like Klinsmann was in the 90s. Oh, don't. I just want to get him back so we can sing that song again. We got Delhi, Delhi, and just don't think you understand. What a song. Niall says must be some free agents about for Dele Ali's one. Yeah, there probably is. There's got to be someone about, isn't there? There's out of contract. That's not playing. Guys, still 70 plus in the house. Please like the stream. Really do appreciate you all, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I am 5 subs short of 1,490. I'm actually 15 subs short of 1,500. So any help would be much appreciated. Dr. Tottenham Therapy said, I'll never forget the Delhi goal against Palace. I saw firsthand Delhi talent, watching him come through the ranks at MK Dons. I can't believe how far he has fallen. It's really sad, isn't it? It is really sad. I can remember after he left, I went to the Tottenham Everton game at Tottenham Stadium. When we won 5-0 under Conte, and I think Delhi come off the bench for Everton. And the reception he got from the Spurs fans at the end was nothing short of magical. It was heartwarming. And I've got to be honest, it made me quite emotional. I had a lump in my throat. I really did, because, I can remember Sonny and Lloris pushing Delhi towards South Stand, and it was just beautiful. And listen, Delhi has fallen a long way, and, I feel for him. But, you know, it is what it is. Ghost is saying, Eureka, how was it a good sign? We hadn't even replaced Son and we let Johnson go. Gallagher replaced Benton Calling. Kudus got injured, so we're down 3 wingers. Absolutely terrible business from Enoch. And Eureka saying, why are we talking about Dele Ali coming back? Laugh out loud. It's just a conversation, mate. It's just a conversation. We are desperate for players. Dele Ali was at the stadium. We're remembering how good he used to be for Tottenham. And he's a free agent. So why not? Why not get him back training with the club? I understand in a standard season, in a usual Tottenham season, when we're challenging up there, top 6, top 4, whatever. I understand. Full squad, couple of injuries. Absolutely get. No way, Dele Ali back. Right now, the position we're in, we need something. Something. Clutching at straws, maybe. But we need something. That's why we're talking about bringing Dele Ali back, I think. Ghost is saying, and because it's a terrible business, we're now in a relegation battle. Absolutely. Steve says, we've got Ali, just don't think you understand. He came on a free to keep us in the league. We've got Dele Ali. Make it happen, Tottenham Hotspur. Steve, you need to forward that email to Tottenham Hotspur. See if they listen. Barbaric says, wanting mediocre players like Delhi coming back is why we're in this position. We need players better. And what goes on the pitch at the moment, yeah, I agree long term. This is purely short term, and with the injuries we got. This is the only reason I'm talking about Delhi. And, I'm just thinking of who we can bring in to make our side, to give us that extra couple of points. I don't know. Pimsy says, sorry, but if you're talking, if you've got Dele Ali back, then you're a bigger laughing stock than you already are. Well, we're already a laughing stock, mate. So why not bring him back? Listen, like I say, people, I'm going to use Savage thing. People are they're not using these. I'm not saying bring Dele Ali back, stick him straight in the first team. Let's go, Dele Ali, make him captain. I'm talking, we are desperate. We are injuries galore. We have nothing to give. The players look devoid of ideas. Dele Ali is a Tottenham favourite. He's a Tottenham fan's favourite. Bringing him back, even if it's just training with the first team and maybe getting a 10-minute span, would lift the whole club. I'm not saying let's get him back long term. I'm saying maybe to help, maybe keep us in the Premier League with the injuries we have. Maybe it's not such a far-fetched idea. I don't know. Maybe it is. But guys, hey, big up, mate. Thank you for the comment, like, and subscribe to the channel. Pete said, word of advice. You've seen how bad Spurs are. If you guys stay up, don't be daft with expectations. You need 3 or 4 years just to rebuild, let alone. absolutely agree. Absolutely agree, mate. We also need to be lucky with injuries. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens going forward. Dr. Tottenham Therapy said, I've heard he's spending a lot of time in casinos, which is really sad. There's probably nothing else to do. Yeah, I suppose when you've got that much money, it is what it is. He needs help. Hopefully, he's getting the help he needs. Eureka Kakas and son left them to Levy. New owners came in after the window. They made money available. They're the same owners, Eureka. They're the same owners. They have the same people in charge. The Lewis family is still out. It's the same. Um, so yeah, I'm not having that, mate. I'm not having it. So Tottenham Hotspur 7 out of 10. We didn't use it to bring on. Lange is an absolute joke. Shouldn't be in the job. Lange has been here for nearly 2 years now. Should be gone. Should be gone. Colin says, why can't we get our loan players back? Solomon, Moore, Donnelly, Vuskovic, Phillips, Devine. It's criminal. Yeah, it is. I agree 100%. We should have got them back. Steve said the fans still love Delhi. Just look at the reception we got Sunday. Absolutely. And Bob Barrett says, Eureka, they are not new owners. They're just reshuffle. Absolutely. Yeah. We haven't got new owners. And Gosis says, sorry, this new owners just doesn't cut it with me. They've been the owners for 25 years. Absolutely. Bang on. Bish, bash, bosh. And I'm going to leave it now. Perfect way to end the show, Ghosted. Big up to you. Big up to every single person that's joined me this morning. Really do appreciate it. Please smash a like, hit a subscribe on your way out. Listen, fingers crossed. It's not all bad, Spurs, yeah. We're going to get better. Things are going to improve. Let's stay positive, guys. Have a fantastic Tuesday. I'm sending you over to the 2 marks. I think it's probably the 1 mark. Have a great day, guys. Take care. Lots of love. And as always, stay positive, stay poised, and stay